Hi everyone, welcome to Take the Lead. This is our sixth video workshop and it's all about volunteering, work and benefits. And we say thank you to the Henry Smith charity for supporting this work.
Hi everyone, my name is Dawn Flockton. I work for Inclusion North as a leadership coach, and I've been with Inclusion North Take the Lead project for 5 years and bring change to the board for a year.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Spadafora and I also work with Inclusion North. So what is Take the Lead? It's a training course for autistic people and people with learning disabilities. And we've got six of these video workshops you can watch. And this one looks at volunteering, work, and benefits.
Before we start, how confident do you feel right now? Thumbs up if you feel confident, thumbs in the middle if you're not sure, or thumbs down if you're not confident at all.
So this is just a little bit about how we normally work together. We know you're watching this on a video, but you might be watching it on your own, or you might be watching it in a group. So if you are in a group, do be respectful of each other and be friendly and kind. And if someone shares something confidential, remember to respect their privacy and try to take turns. And you can pause this video at any time if you need a break or if you want to chat to someone.
Pause the video and have a think. Do you do some work or volunteering? If you are with other people, have a chat about this. Volunteering. Volunteer is where you donate your time and your skills to a charity. Volunteering also helps you to learn new skills and make you feel good. It gives you experience that can be useful for finding a job. Volunteer is not the same as having a paid job. You cannot be paid for volunteering, but you should get money for expenses like travel costs and sometimes food. You are able to volunteer and still claim benefits like universal credits. Volunteering. Have a think. Can you think of different types of volunteering? Pause the video and have a chat to your friends. Here are some types of volunteering. Helping in a charity shop, sorting through donations, keeping the shop tidy, serving customers. Helping at a social groups like a luncheon club, serving people their meals, chatting to them, leading the games like bingo, and helping tidying up.
Another type of volunteering is joining a charity board or committee, and that involves going to meetings, helping the charity plan its work, and making sure the charity is spending its money properly. And volunteering can be brilliant for sharing your skills and experience. And it also helps you build new skills and experience and meet new people and also just gain confidence. So we're going to talk a bit about work now. So around 5 in 10 people who are disabled have jobs. So that means only half of people with disabilities have a job. And 5.1% of people with a learning disability have a paid job. which means that most people with a learning disability don't have a job. And around 3 in 10 autistic people have a job.
What do you think about these numbers? You can pause the video to have a think or a talk in your groups.
So those numbers seem very low to us. Some employers don't have the right experience and understanding. And this is one of the biggest barriers to getting a job if you have any kind of disability. And we want more people with disabilities to feel supported to go to work.
Some people do not understand that with the right support, people with disabilities can work and achieve a lot.
The Equality Act from 2010 says that it's actually against the law for the employers to discriminate against disabled people at work. And the law says that employers have to take steps to remove barriers. These are things that get in the way of people getting a job or being at work. And removing those barriers is called making reasonable adjustments.
Have a think. What are some of the barriers for people at work? Pause the video and speak to your groups or have a chat to friends.
So, what are reasonable adjustments? This means an employer does things to make it easier for a disabled person to do their job. For example, making sure the meeting rooms and the whole building is big enough for someone who uses a wheelchair.
Here are examples of reasons adjustments. Changing the times that you can work. Make the office more accessible, for example, for a wheelchair user or a deaf people who need to hearing loop. Having a support worker, having a desk in a quieter part of the office, being able to wear earphones or block out noise. Buying software or other devices such as a screen reader. The employer is responsible for paying for the cost of the adjustments. Time for a break. Have a cake cut. You might want to take a short break now.
The next section of this workshop is going to be about benefits. So please be aware that we're recording this in January 2026. So if you're watching it a lot later, it might be that some things around benefits have changed. So do make sure you get some up-to-date information. Access to work. So the government's Access to Work scheme may be able to give money towards the cost of adjustments people need at work. It's an employment support programme that aims to help more people start or stay in work. It can provide different kinds of support if you need it, and how much you get depends on your circumstances. And the money doesn't have to be paid back, and it won't affect your other benefits if you receive benefits.
Access to work examples for what access to work can support with are equipment in your workplace, money towards any extra travel costs to and from work, an interpreter or another support at a job interview if you have difficulty communicate. Another practical help at work, such as a job coach or a note taker or a lip speaker. My experience of access to work, I get help with travel into work. Support, I used to get 2 hours support a week. Now I don't. I did have equipment for my computer. I didn't like it, so I took it off.
So work, the Disability Confidence Scheme, that's that logo you can see on the picture. It supports employers to make the most of the talents of disabled people that they can bring to the workplace. And this helps to challenge the attitudes some people might have towards disability as well.
Activity Sam. Sam works in an office doing admin. The office is busy and can get loud at times, which Sam finds difficult. Sam enjoys doing admin, but finds it hard to concentrate when writing emails. Sam is also use a wheelchair.
So have a think, and you might want to pause and chat about this. Imagine you as Sam's employer. So, what reasonable adjustments could you make? How could you make Sam feel more confident and comfortable at work? So, here are some ideas to help Sam. We could make sure they've got a desk in a quieter part of the office. And Sam might want to wear headphones to block out some of that noise that they find distracting. And also just making sure the desk is at the right height. And the whole building and the toilets need to be accessible for Sam's wheelchair. You can also offer support with emails, and you can work with Sam to make a work plan and to figure out what they need. You can also contact Access to Work to get some financial help towards reasonable adjustments. And is there anything else you can think of that we could do for Sam?
Have a think. What is your dream job? And what skills do you need for your dream job? Pause the video now and speak to your groups or your friends about this. My experience for before getting into work, before I got a job, I did lots of training with older people in a care home and childcare in a nursery. I gained a qualification in Sitting Girls 356 practical caring skills. I got my first job when I was 21 in a care home. What are benefits? Benefits are money people can get if they don't work or don't earn enough money from work. There are different types of benefits. The money used for benefits comes from the tax people pay.
Personal independence payments, and sometimes people call this PIP. And PIP is money from the government. It supports people with disabilities, long-term physical difficulties, and mental health conditions to help them with everyday tasks and moving around.
There are two parts to PIP, a daily living part if you need help with everyday tasks, mobility part if you need help with getting around. People can get PIP even if they work.
Whether you get one or both parts and how much you get depends on how difficult you find everyday tasks and getting around.
Universal credit. Universal credit is a benefit for some people who do not work many hours, or who do not earn much money.
And universal credit is money that people use to help pay for living costs. And living costs include things like paying rent, buying food, paying for energy bills like gas, electric, water. And some people with a disability or a health condition can get an extra amount of universal credit.
New Style Employment and Support Allowance, ASA. This is a benefit for people who have worked and paid national insurance. It is usually for people who have worked but lose their job because of a health condition or disability.
Employment Support Allowance, or ESA, some people get this and universal credit, but the universal credit payment is actually reduced by the amount that people get from their ESA. Direct payments. So, direct payments are cash payments from a local authority that allow you to buy your own care. And this is for people who have been assessed by social services and they need care. Your assessed care needs will be outlined in a support plan. And if you need care at home, that's somebody who comes to help you at home, this gives you more control and flexibility in choosing and paying who actually comes to help you. And there's some other support. Some people get help with bills, especially in winter. And there's something called the Warm Home Discount Scheme, which is a one-off payment, usually of £150, and that's a discount off your electricity bill. And you need to get pension credit or be on a low income to get that help.
Another support. Disabled person's rate card makes a train travel cheaper. Disabled person's bus pass, free journeys. Disabled fun
Facilities.
facilities grants if you need to make changes to your home. My experience of getting a walk-in shower fitted, I found it hard to get in a bath. So I did have a chairlift, but the chairlift wasn't, it was keep breaking down and running out the battery. So I found it like my confidence didn't seem right. So I phoned up social services to apply for a walk-in shower. I had to get proof of my benefits, and it took for like about 3 years to get it fitted. But now I'm more confident with me walk-in shower.
Brilliant.
Are benefits changing? The government is trying to change benefits in 2025. They want more people to work. This could have made it hard for people to get benefits. Some of these changes are on hold. There is now a review happening. We learn more about this when the review is published in 2026. The government want to remove barriers that stop people from working.
For getting support, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. If you're finding it hard to manage with money, bills, or anything else, please talk to someone you trust and ask for help.
Now you have watched this workshop, how confident do you feel? Has it changed? Thumbs up if you feel confident, thumbs in the middle if you're not sure, or thumbs down if you're not confident at all. We have other videos you can watch. Keep well, stay safe at home and online, safeguarding who we are and our relationships, confidence and self-esteem.
And if you want to get in touch with Inclusion North about these workshops or about anything else, you can email us on office@inclusionnorth.org. And thanks for watching our workshop today. We hope you've found it useful.
And thank you from me who look at our workshops. I hope you felt very useful for watching them. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.